Hi everyone, this is Erica Supa from Fresh Face Skincare. I'm live today at my Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania studio, and I wanted to talk about another frequently asked question in my business, and that is, why can't I use soap to clean my face? Or I'll have a new client come in and say, well, I just use soap, a Dove Beauty Bar, for instance, to clean my face. Why a cleanser? What's the big deal? Why can't I just use soap? And there's several reasons for that. What I like to think of that a facial cleanser designed for the face is better than just using a bar of soap. And one of the reasons is because the facial cleansers are designed to be a little bit more gentle than that of a soap bar. And when I'm talking about soap bar, I'm talking about something that you normally would cleanse your body with. A lot of people think it's very convenient because they're already cleansing with a soap bar in the shower, so they're just going to, cleanse their face with it too. Why not? Well, facial cleansers are designed to be a little bit more gentle, and part of that is because of that pH thing again that I talked about in my toner video. And the pH of facial cleansers are normally designed to be very close to that of the skin's acidic pH. So the more you go alkaline, meaning the more you increase the pH of a formulation, it's going to be all that more irritating to the skin. And they are designed at a higher pH because they have things like lye as an ingredient in order to clean off the dirt and oil. So it's sort of a necessary evil, but there's other ingredients that you can put in there that does the cleansing process without being as irritating. And if you think about, if you do have any residual cleanser or soap left on the skin, it could be very itchy and very irritating, and this is why facial cleansers are typically better for the skin than a soap bar. Another reason is because soap leaves a nice little residue on your facial skin, a nice little film, and as we age, everybody has the same issue where the skin doesn't turn over. The skin cells don't turn over as fast as they once did when we were younger. So when we're young, they're rapidly coming off and exfoliating on their own. As we age, we have some exfoliation. It's just a little bit more delayed. We need to kind of prompt that a little bit more. We have the natural going on at a slower rate. We need to do it more manually in between. This is where professional treatments come into play. This is where other exfoliating home care products come into play. But when you think about, you have that extra dead skin like clinging to your face because it's not coming off as rapidly, and then you use a bar of soap on your facial skin, and then you're leaving this nice little film. So you have dead skin film, dead skin film. What do you think happens? What happens is you have dull appearance. You have a dull complexion. This is a lot of concern for a lot of people because they come in and say, my skin's dull, it doesn't look well. What can I do to change that? And many times they're using just a bar of soap, and they think because it's a beauty bar that it's okay to use. So just that small little tweak in using a facial cleanser can make a huge difference in your skin. And a lot of times facial cleansers are fragrance free as opposed to a soap bar having fragrance in them. Now, fragrance is the number one cosmetic ingredient that's a skin irritant. So not all cleansers, and I will say not all facial cleansers are fragrance free. Most of them are, but in order to tell whether yours is fragrance free, you just turn it over, look at the box, or right on the bottle itself. You'll see the word fragrance, or you'll see the word parfum. If it has either one of those ingredients listed on there, and I don't care where it's on the ingredient deck, if it's on the beginning, if it's near the end, don't use it. It's not necessary to have it in there. It is just the number one irritant for the skin. It's unnecessary. So I like to tell everyone just avoid those types of cleansers. But for the most part, facial cleansers have the advantage that they don't have that, Irish Spring scent or what have you. And another reason is that facial cleansers also are designed with other beneficial ingredients for your skin. They make facial cleansers that are brightening. They'll make facial, depending on what your concern are. If it's purifying for acne, or if it's more hydrating for sensitive skin or drier skin type. So that also plays into a good quality facial cleanser that's different from a soap, because a soap is more general purpose, is just going to cleanse the dirt and oil off of the body and not offer you those extra ingredients that a facial cleanser could and should do. So I have my own facial cleanser that I just came out with, which is a gentle facial wash. It's designed sulfate-free, detergent-free, dye-free, fragrance-free, all that good stuff that's very, very close to your skin's natural pH. It's at about a 5.6 to a 6 on a pH scale, which is not going to leave you irritated or anything. So it's just doing the job where it's cleaning very nicely and still not leaving you irritated. Now, I did have a good question from a client a couple weeks ago. She said, well, don't you make a bar of soap? And I mean, it's a great question. She's like, so I thought soap was bad. You're talking about facial cleansers being better than a bar of soap for cleansing your face. Well, I do I hand make a soap bar that is called my purifying bar, and I make it for problematic skin and sensitive skin. It has a couple clays in there, it has a couple anti-inflammatory ingredients in there, all natural bar soap. But what it is it's detergent free. And it's also formulated with a pH that's close to that of your skin. So in that instance, it's made just like it would be if it was in a bottle, but it's in a bar format. And I made it in a bar format for two reasons. Number one, it will address body breakouts, shoulders, chest, back, etc. So it's a little bit easier to use all-in-one type of a product. And number two, to keep the cost down. And you pay a lot for packaging. It's unnecessary to do that, and that way I'd have a lower price point for my clients. So I kept that in mind, and that's why I created it that way. And so that particular, even though it is in a bar format, it's not like, I'm talking about like a body bar, like you would buy Crest or Irish Spring or Dove or something like that. And why a facial cleanser specifically designed for the face has advantages over that bar to use for your face. So I appreciate you watching today. And again, if you have any questions or something you want to hear about, no matter what it is, if it's more specific to products, a type of product, a type of technique, a type of facial treatment, how is that going to benefit you, and how many treatments you need, and that type of thing. And I'll be doing more of these probably on a weekly basis. So it's great to keep in touch, and I'll see you next time.